Stay with us. You're watching the Unknown Truth TV. Olivia Hayes had always lived life on the edge, but even she knew when it was time to run. And this time, she wasn't just running from another boyfriend, another bad decision, or a fight she couldn't finish. She was running for her life. It started with a drug deal gone wrong. Olivia had been moving weight for a mid-level distributor out of Atlanta. For months, she'd been skimming just a little off the top. Nothing anyone would notice. But greed has a funny way of making people sloppy. And one day, Olivia went too far. She didn't just skim. She took a chunk, a significant sum of product in cash, worth over $1 million, vanished. Word on the street was that she dipped out a delivery run early and never came back. Her crew started asking questions. Then they stopped asking and started hunting. Olivia panicked. She knew the rules. When you cross a crew like that, you don't get second chances. You disappear or you die. So she made a decision, a bold, reckless decision. If she couldn't outrun the threat, she'd outsmart it. She faked her death. The plan was daring, even dangerous. But Olivia was desperate, and she had just enough coldness in her to pull it off. One night, while Marcus was working a double shift, Olivia staged a crime scene in their apartment. She slashed open the living room couch, smeared pig's blood across the floor and walls, and yanked out clumps of her own hair to scatter around. She even went as far as to smash her wedding ring with a hammer, leaving it bloody and bent near the kitchen sink. In the bathroom, she soaked one of Marcus's shirts in blood and shoved it under the sink. She made sure her phone was left behind. Screen cracked. Then she packed a small bag, took a burner phone, and slipped out the back door as if she'd never been there. By the time Marcus came home the next morning, police were already there. A neighbor had called in a report. Something about screams and loud banging in the night. Officers forced entry and found the scene: blood, hair, a broken wedding ring. Olivia's phone was unlocked on the counter. Nobody. Marcus was stunned. He didn't know what to say. He was in shock. He kept repeating her name, asking, "Where's Olivia? Is she okay?" But the detectives weren't looking for Olivia. They were looking at him. They found the blood-soaked shirt almost immediately. It was his size. His initials were written on the tag, just like his grandmother used to label them when she did laundry. The amount of blood in the apartment was enough for police to suspect foul play, maybe even murder. They detained Marcus on the spot. Within a day, he was arrested for second-degree murder. He sat in the interrogation room, shaking his head, eyes swollen from crying. He told them he had no idea what happened, that Olivia must have been taken, that maybe it was a robbery, but nothing was stolen. The timeline didn't help him either. Surveillance footage showed Marcus leaving work early that night, something he did occasionally when business was slow. No one could vouch for him between 9 p.m. and 3 a.m., the exact window when the crime was believed to have occurred. His public defender sat across from him, flipping through police reports, trying to find inconsistencies. But the DA wasn't playing fair. They framed the story in court like a made-for-TV tragedy, a hard-working man pushed to the edge by a volatile marriage finally snapping. Prosecutors pointed to the rocky history, the secret miscarriage, the rumors of fighting, the money issues, and the damning evidence inside the apartment. Then came the river discovery. A week after his arrest, a local fisherman found a small plastic tote floating downstream. Inside were several of Olivia's belongings: a broken necklace, her wallet minus any ID or cash, and a pair of shoes she always wore. Police interpreted it as an effort to dispose of her remains, or at least stage the illusion that she had been killed and dumped. What no one knew, what not a single person suspected, was that Olivia was alive, very much alive. She had paid a friend, an old dealer from her early days, to drive her out of state that same night. Disguised with a wig, oversized sunglasses, and a fake ID, she crossed into Arizona by morning. 2 days later, she was in San Diego, California, settling into a small coastal town known for its relaxed atmosphere and cash-only businesses. Meanwhile, Marcus's trial began. Friends and family testified. His grandmother sobbed as she told the court she raised him better. Former co-workers spoke of his loyalty, his calm demeanor, but character witnesses weren't enough. The prosecutor brought up every argument Marcus and Olivia had. every neighbor who overheard Ray's voices. They played clips from a 911 call Olivia had made months earlier, reporting a domestic incident which she later dropped. Marcus took the stand, voice trembling as he swore he had nothing to do with Olivia's disappearance. But the jury didn't see a heartbroken man. They saw headlines, bloody pictures, an empty chair where Olivia should have been. He was convicted and sentenced to a significant prison term. And Olivia, she was gone, vanished into a new life with new papers and eventually a new husband. But the truth has a way of circling back, and fate, no matter how long it takes, has a way of settling the score. That wraps up episode 2. But the story isn't over. Episode 3 will uncover secrets you won't believe. Stay tuned, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Thank you,